Swansea MTG here with a deck tech, the Zarda Hedron Grinder deck. So I looked at a couple of guides online to building the deck and threw in a couple of ideas that I had of my own, and mainly because I can't afford Monastery Swiftspear. So I'll take you through it. We'll go with the creatures and then the non-creature spells and the lands. So obviously start with Zarda Hedron Grinder, so one of the win conditions. Basically everything in the non-creature spell pile will target one thing, which will be Zarda, and then it copies to everything else, and it just means that everything is massive and really good, because I mean, who doesn't want to pay 1 mana to buff everything? So we've got 3 Zarda. These are being placeholders for a Seeker of the Way, for the Renowned on it, and it's a 2-drop. So we've got that. Then we have 1 currently, Abbot of Carol Keep, prowess, and it has the ability to exile the top card and play it, so it'll mean extra land, extra 1-drops, things like that. Because we can't afford currently the other Abbots, we're using Majoring Bully. So it has a similar thing, it's got prowess, it's the same cost, and it's 2-2 rather than 2-1, but it has to attack, so it's got a downside, but still it works with the deck because of prowess. So we're going to be playing spells. Now, with Zarda, you don't get a prowess trigger every time it copies, just the initial time, but that doesn't matter because we're still going to be playing a lot of spells. So that's that. So we've got prowess there. And then in place of Monastery Swiftspear, at the moment we have a 1/1 for 1 that has haste, and the ability to flip it up to give other things haste, so it's in there just in case we need a first turn play, if we don't have anything else out, or if we just want to give some of the bigger things like Zarda haste, or some of the other creatures. So I think that's a good stand-in, and it's a nice fast card. And then last of all, for the creatures, we have a playset of Goblin Glory Chaser. So the renowned stuff on it, not so much. I mean, it's going to attack, it's probably going to become big if we can get it off straight away. And it has Menace later on, so if we can buff it and get it through, it's going to be a really nice card. It's a good first turn play, second turn play, things like that. So that'd be nice. So we're going to move then on to the non-creature spells. Now they mostly are going to be just buffs and stuff. So the only thing removal-wise is Stasis Snare, just because it's an enchantment flash and we can exile stuff with it. So we've got 2 of those. So if that's getting rid of big things. If we want to get rid of a Hangerback Walker before it can pop, if we want to get rid of anything like Ulamog, anything big, that's that. There we go. And then we have the instants. So we have a 3 Mighty Leap, because +2 and flying across the whole team. Excellent. Get a couple of creatures out with that with Zarda. Tandem Tactics, because it's amazing. So it says up to 2 target creatures, so you can just target Zarda, and then it will copy to everything else. But every time it copies, you get 2 targets, so it almost doubles itself again. And you gain 2 life, so if you've got about 2-3 creatures out, you're looking at a sizable chunk of life for the copies, and a lot of extra pluses. And even if it's not Zarda out, it's a really nice little instant just to pop out. So we have a playset of those. And then we have a Sure Strike. Again, this is a really nice cheap drop for +3 and first strike. And if Zarda's out, the entire team with first strike, and that'll get us over quite big creatures. It'll get us over Siege Rhino, stuff like that. We have then 2 Enshrouding Mist. I didn't want to play a full playset of them, so you get +1 and you prevent all damage. And if it's renowned, so if it's Goblin Glory Chaser, it untaps. So that's quite cool. So there's 2 of those, and I played only 2 because I wanted to play 2 of these. Lithomancer's Focus, so it's a 1-drop for +2, and if it's against a colourless source, it'll prevent damage, so you're losing out on all of the damage being prevented, but I can swap these out for maybe sideboard in 2 Enshrouding Mists if there's nothing colourless, but still a 1-drop for +2. With Zarda out, amazing. And then lastly, a playset of Titan Strength. This is a really good card. Just on its own, I mean, without Zarda being in the deck, +3, +1, and Scry, it is really nice. It's an instant, and it's going to get us over quite a few good big creatures with our little 1/1s, 2/2s. And if this copies, my god. So, yeah, I mean, Scrying, 4? So you've got a field out of 4. It's going to be amazing. So that's the spells. The mana curve, it's pretty tight. It just goes 1 to 3. That's it. The most 1 to 4, sorry. So the most mana costly thing in the deck is Zarda, so by turn 4, if I haven't got her out, I'll win another way. Land then is quite simple. It currently only has one Battlefield Forge until I get a playset, so they're being held by some snow-covered mountains, so there's going to be a playset of Battlefield Forge. I'm not sure about the new, I think they're called Tango Lands, or whatever they're being referred to. There's a couple that will give first strike and +1 when they play, but they come in tapped, and that's maybe a little bit slow. But I'll see how I'll maybe include those, see how they play. The rest of it then is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plains for the white side of it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mountains for the red side. It doesn't need a lot. There's mostly just a couple of 1-drops. I might change out the balance of it, more red, maybe less white, because there are only a couple of whites in there. But yeah, that's it. So that is the Zarda Hedron Grinder deck tech. Again, it's not optimized. It hasn't got some of the better cards in it. It hasn't got Monastery Swiftspears, but I'm not going to be paying. I think they're at £35 for a playset for an uncommon at the moment, and Abbot of Carol Keep is around about the same for a playset, so I'm just going to stick with ones that I can pull out of booster pack openings, things like that, because I'm going to be doing that anyway, and I'm happy with my foil version. Yeah, the main idea then is creatures of prowess. They're going to get triggered by you playing your spells and copying them with Zarda. So that's it. It's just fast, it's aggressive, and hopefully it will win by 10, 5 or 6. That's it. So any tips on the deck, anything you think I can change, anything you liked about it, just maybe pop down there. Again, like, subscribe if you like it, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.